Well, it's time again to let Blade Talk hit us with another hard-hitting question. But before we do, let's have a quick recap. In part one, I put on a small drama to try to convey the point that if we somehow could convince Blade Talk that God didn't exist, he would not suddenly go out killing people. He wouldn't suddenly lose his empathy. He wouldn't suddenly turn into the gangster that he portrayed. He would have the same moral values and the same moral code that he has anyway, because it's not given to him by God. It is kind of subscribed by Kaz, the society that you are raised in, essentially. In part two, Blade Talk pointed out to us that God is not sensible. That was very nice of him. And so we have our first point of definition for Blade Talk's actual version of God, which is great to nail down. It's impossible to even know if you're actually an atheist towards their God until they explain what their God is, isn't it? I mean, we can all kind of, you can guess, you know? And this is why most people would probably say that they don't actually know, because most people have a God that's some kind of version that's, you know, either undefined or defined in such a way that it's unfindable, it's untestable, you know, unprovable, you might say. But some other people, as I mentioned it previously, say things like, God is love, you know, and if you believe in love, then you believe in their version of God, you know. Other people will say we don't know what started the universe is, but whatever it is God. To those people, I always ask the question, why do you call it God? You'll notice there's an awful lot of traffic outside. I'm going to apologise for that at the start of the video because it's not likely to end. I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll move, but until then, I live on the side of a busy street. What can I say? All right, question 3. Hit us with it.
Right? Number 3. Did you use reasoning to determine that God does not exist? How do you know your reasoning is working correctly? Right?
If, as I theorize, you believe in the Christian version of God from the Bible, then yes, I can use my reasoning to deduce that your God does not exist, and I cannot ever know for 100% certainty that my reasoning is working correctly without external validation of some kind. However, I can reasonably assume that my reasoning is working correctly on account of the fact that it has not been proven incorrect. No experiment that I have conducted upon my reasoning has proven it to be invalid or working incorrectly. And I can talk to other people. I can use my other senses and my other reasoning abilities. The list is endless, right? you can go on. Every single day, I use my reasoning to deduce things. If I was wrong, then it would be obvious. It'd become readily apparent to me, I believe. I'm not sure. As I say, I do not claim knowledge, but I am still alive, and I am still a functioning member of society who is, I've broken no laws, I'm not a criminal or anything of that nature. So as far as I can tell, my reasoning is working and is valid. I'm also quite good at chess, and I win mastermind more than 70% of the time, roughly. So those are also fairly good indicators to me that I have a logical, working, rational mind. That's another way you can test, by playing logic games. Yeah, okay, all right, I think we're done.